Welcome everyone to another video of Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and in this day in Rolling Stone history, the Stones release Emotional Rescue, June 20th, 1980. Now, before I get into this, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment on this video, and please share this video. And if you still haven't, please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you will be updated with new videos. Okay, so with that out of the way, now this album, which is the follow-up to the mega successful Some Girls, and it's smack dab in the middle between Some Girls and Tattoo You, another album which was mega successful. Now this one, it was sort of like a sleeper, but however, this is a great album. I felt they didn't tour on this album is one of the factors, I believe, that why it wasn't as successful as the other two. And there's some other things regarding this album, because this all stems back from Some Girls, because some of these songs and the Tattoo You album has songs that are from the Some Girls sessions. And Some Girls, of course, have songs that date all the way back to Goat Head Soup. But however, this album here, and there's so much to unpack about this album, Emotional Rescue, and I'm gonna go through, like, just first of all the track list here, okay? Because there are some songs on here that were thrown away, well, not thrown away, but kind of just thrown on the next album, Tattoo You. And I felt it would have been, if those songs were added on here, it would have been a great album, along with some of the B-sides. It would have been that trifecta again, like Let It Bleed, Sticky Fingers, and Exile on Main Street. I think this would have been a great 3 albums, okay? And just, I'll show you why, okay? First of all, okay, so this album here starts off with Dance, and which is a song that is written by not only Jagger and Richards, but also Ron Wood. And it has 3 different versions, and there was another version, part 2, which they put on this compilation, which is Sucking in the 70s, and this one's called If I Was a Dancer, Dancer Part 2. Now this version here sounds similar as this one. It just seems like there's more lyrics and longer. The length is longer, like 5 minutes and 50 seconds on this one, and this comes out to like 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So there's some more, kind of babbling by Jagger and everything. And I felt they should have just put this version on there instead of just part 1. And the B-sides, okay, so the B-side is Think I'm Going Mad. All right, now this is a song from the Emotional Rescue album, which was not put on Emotional Rescue, so they put it as a B-side to She Was Hot, which is from the Undercover era, right? So they just kind of put these songs somewhere else, but this song is like a bluesy, soulful kind of type of song, and it's I feel it's sort of like the songs they didn't put on here sound. There was another song that was kind of similar on Emotional Rescue that sounds similar to it, or in this case, this sounds like to me Worried About You from Tattoo You. So, but I mean, Think I'm Going Mad would have been great on this album, and Dance Part 2. And so the other songs that they didn't put on Emotional Rescue, which they put on Tattoo You, was Hang Fire. Okay, now that became a big hit, right? And Little TNA, which has somewhat of the same kind of vibe of She's So Cold, and it's a Keith song. And No Use in Crying, which they put on Tattoo You, which sounds like Down in a Hole, which is a bluesy, soulful kind of thing. So, I mean, if they added those songs on there along with, Going Mad, and then they had another song on here, which is a Waylon Jennings cover, which is We Had It All, which they put on the Some Girls, which is weird. They put it on the Some Girls deluxe edition for that CD set. So, they're kind of spreading everything out. However, that is an emotional rescue song, so why they put it back there, I don't know why. However, so even including that one, I mean, it would have came out to like 15 songs. I think it would have been a great, strong double album, because you have Summer Romance, which is a great song, Send It To Me, which is a reggae song, which was like originally like 12 minutes long, and Chris Kimsey just kind of cut all the fat out and put it down to 3.5 minutes. Let Me Go, another great rocker. Indian Girl ends that side perfectly. So there are some rock songs on here, like Where the Boys Go. And see, I think like Where the Boys Go and Summer Romance is why they didn't put Hang Fire and Little TNA. But I mean, if you're going to stretch it out to like 15 songs, those songs it would have just made this song album more strong, with those other songs. So you got Down in the Hole, Emotional Rescue, of course, the title track, which Mick wrote. And, you have Ron Wood playing the bass on there. Wyman is doing synthesizers, She's So Cold, and All About You at the end, which is a slow Keith Richards number. So there would have been, if they would do two of them, like the double album, that would have been like great, with Keith on Little TNA, which people have said, a lot of Stones fans and aficionados would say that was like the best like rocking riff he's come up since Happy. And so and to have it in a double record of Emotional Rescue, and it would have been just great, because it would have been just like that song Happy, and then you have it on here on a nice double album. But if I was in charge of these things, this would not happen. I would not let this happen. But that's why this album just sort of it doesn't really get the recognition it deserves, because of course with Some Girls and Tattoo You, when you got these tours that the Rolling Stones embark on, they're like events. They're like major events. Every city they go to, everyone knows the Stones are on tour. It's on your TV, Steel Wheels, whatever the campaign is, people will know it. And so Some Girls and Tattoo You, the 1980-81 tour, I mean, it was just, and then they had the movie that followed it, Let's Spend the Night Together. This album it just kind of just, it was just an in-between album, and it was just, and it wasn't really promoted as well, and then you had other albums following Tattoo You, like Undercover, which I thought was a great underrated album. Didn't care much for Dirty Work, which is an album which, they were pretty much bumping heads on, and, it was a kind of a Mick here, a Keith there, and it just, to me, it was the worst album that they have. But I still feel like this is a good album. I mean, you could play from beginning to end, front to back, and it's just, some great tracks on here. And I think if they did tour, probably it would be different today, how we view this album, because I always see people view this album as very low when it comes to ranking the Rolling Stones and everything. But revisiting this album, and they just like Exile on Main Street, they have like this kind of weird album cover with thermal imagery, and it came like with this poster, and it's really giant of just all these pictures in here, and it's not like a Rolling Stone album poster that you want to hang up. It's just, but whatever they're going through at the time, it was just like, okay, thank you for inviting us into your world, whatever this may be, but however, it's really cool. That's when, at least 1980, people are still kind of making these kind of mysterious kind of album covers, right? Album covers today are just, they're nothing, and they don't make you think, or they don't provoke any kind of thought, or like, what's this all about? It's just, it just looks like they have, I don't know, just brand X, brand Y, or whatever. But this at least shows there's something to it, However, that is my thoughts on Emotional Rescue, the album, the Rolling Stone album that came out today. It's like their 15th album, released in the UK, 17th in America, right? So, however, to me, it's a good album. It's not one of their best, but I think it could have been better. That's all I'm saying. And with that, I'll shut up, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.